YouTube versus LinkedIn. Where should you be?
And why? Alright. So this series of Q and Dids is going to be really providing value to people that want to create on LinkedIn, but on a YouTube space. A lot of people use YouTube as kind of a video Google.
Yep.
I mean, let's be honest.
Search
so we're going
engine.
to be creating instructional content on how to really succeed on LinkedIn, but from a YouTube perspective. So he's really into LinkedIn. I'm coming from a YouTube background, so we do have a little bit already in-house of a YouTube versus LinkedIn sort of discussion. So the reason that we're doing this on YouTube is because we want a high production value. We want to be more than just somebody talking in front of a white background, giving you connect with more people, yada yada nonsense. We're going to be really providing high value, high quality content about one versus the other and why LinkedIn is going to be good and how you can grow and find success on LinkedIn, not only just from a numbers and a social media standpoint, but from a professional standpoint, from a profitable standpoint. How are you going to be able to get more clients, get more leads, get more whatever? So,
dude, it's legitimately changed my life. Like,
so,
I tripled my
yeah,
monthly
talk
business
about that.
revenue.
Talk about
tripled
LinkedIn.
my monthly business revenue.
Specifically from LinkedIn.
Specifically from LinkedIn.
Right.
Like, I was not making, triple my...
So we're doing this as a video thing. So I know that you do more than just video, but talk about from a video perspective as to how creating videos helped you increase your brand, specifically from a LinkedIn perspective.
So I created about 100 videos across every single 100 videos straight on YouTube. Then Instagram,
daily
Snapchat,
or no?
Daily. Every single platform for about 400 days. Moved to LinkedIn and 30,000 views that first day.
That first day?
30,000 views that
Are you
first day.
serious?
And tripled my monthly business revenue that first month, dude. It's been ridiculous, but I've connected to so many amazing professionals. Now I'm going to speak at VidCon. Now I'm speaking at LinkedIn Locals and I have built a brand and a community on LinkedIn that I would not have been able to do other places because there's less traffic there.
Well, and what's funny is this isn't just the Vero. You know, this isn't just that new platform that's going to start gaining traction and then, LinkedIn's been and LinkedIn's still going to be. And the beautiful thing about LinkedIn is that it is business professionals.
It's the biggest. I cannot talk today. The biggest business professional platform.
And I've had people from my gaming background ask me, well, I made a LinkedIn a year ago, but it's just for business professionals. I'm like, yes, but you can use video to gain them as clients. Because what's better than having the CEO connect with you on LinkedIn, you make a video, they like it, you make a video about them, you make a video with them, eventually you're going to have them as a client, they're going to start paying you to do great work.
And video is brand new, and that's why it's so special. People were just writing text posts, articles, video was just released about 7 months ago.
Really? Like
7
as
months
a
ago. That's what I
initial...
do. 7 months ago. So brand new. There's not a lot of noise on this platform. So versus YouTube.
So YouTube, the beautiful thing about why we're making this specific topic is LinkedIn right now doesn't have a lot of really high quality content. And I think people like myself coming from a YouTube background where I'm used to producing a long form video, producing a 1 to 3 minute LinkedIn video about whatever I feel like talking about, whether it's a tutorial, whether it's a positive vibes sort of thing, is very, very, very easy for me as a producer to do. And I think that if more people can come from YouTube to LinkedIn, not saying that to take from YouTube and put on LinkedIn, but I've now honed in my YouTube for more long-form review content and brought all of my vlogging sort of content or anything that I just have in my brain that I want to get out because I love talking to a camera for some reason is now on LinkedIn. And I'm using that to build my brand. Everybody that makes YouTube videos, that posts on Twitter, that has an Instagram, they are their own brand. Whether or not their Instagram handle is their first and last name, or whether or not it's Dids Live, they are their brand. Whether or not they realize it, whether or not they're aware of it, whether or not they attempt to make it better. But if you can post video content on LinkedIn about who you are, about what you do, about helping others, about inspiring others, you will find that you will be able to get these CEOs, get these business professionals as your friends, as your connections, and get their phone numbers, and you'll be, you'll skip the whole middle ground step and just go, here I am, I make this content, here's the CEOs, you're going to bridge that gap so unbelievably quick.
I think what's important is that you create for the platform. The biggest mistake that I see is that, okay, I'm a YouTuber, I'm going to post my vlog on LinkedIn. I'm going to post my vlog on Instagram. When
I first wanted to get back into LinkedIn maybe 6 months ago, I tried that, and it bombed. It did worse than YouTube.
Every single platform has its own language, man.
I think a lot of people, knowing from experience, feels like, they hear about LinkedIn and they're like, okay, so this is kind of what it is. They just kind of regurgitate their content onto the LinkedIn platform, and they really don't nourish it. So you can regurgitate and just put crap on wherever you want, but if you're not working with it, it's not going to work for you.
Yep.
And you have to, that's why like 1 to 3 minutes, and we'll talk about that in a future episode, is so important on keeping your viewers' engagement, but still being able to provide a platform where you can tell everybody everything about yourself and provide those CEOs and those business professionals a way to know more about you just from a 1 to 3 minute video to know whether or not they want to hire you right away. And I've seen, this is totally off the wall, I've seen people now post video resumes that are 1 to 3 minutes long and are going to be used for business proposals. And you can kind of, to an extent, feel like a LinkedIn video could be your whenever you post resume.
It's your personal brand.
So like
that's the future of work.
When you go on any other platform, you are posting to build a brand, to build sponsors, to get clients. That is your brand, and you're basically, whether or not you realize it, are putting your resume online.
Yep. It's a long-term game.
Yeah.
The most important thing that you can do is put your ear to the ground, figure out the language of the platform. What are people doing? What's working? What's not working? Where can you make it better? Don't just post. Don't just repurpose.
Right.
Create for that platform and build relationships, because that's when you're going to succeed.
And coming from YouTube's perspective, it's so much easier. It's not that hard. You can take the 15 minutes to do it, and it's totally not going to ruin your day. So, from a LinkedIn perspective,
I've seen people take their photo, just like, okay, this is what I'm doing today.
Go ahead.
This is what's happening, and it's gone like 50,000 views at the
did.
first thing, dude. It's ridiculous, man. It's insane, and that's so much easier than than creating what we're creating.
Right. We're actually doing longer form, well-produced content. So, from a LinkedIn's perspective, how do you view people coming in from YouTube?
What do you mean?
So, like, I am a YouTube producer originally, and now I wouldn't say molded, but rather evolved into creating really good
first.
natively
put you first,
LinkedIn
content second. People are buying into who you are, not into what you're creating.
That's important. So for people that are on YouTube or wherever you're coming from that you're watching this, if you're going to be on LinkedIn, it's more about you than it is the content. So creating a 1 to 3 minute video I've been doing daily. You do what, once every week or other week?
For video?
Yeah.
I do 3 a week. 3 a week.
Isn't hard. It's not hard. You can go in your backyard, make sure you have a good background. You've mentioned that, but obviously, just like you can go in your backyard and just make it happen. Show yourself.
You guys understand that. You're on YouTube.
Yeah.
You're on YouTube.
Right.
Just create good content, but put you first. It has to be about you. It's your personal brand, and then what you create. And people that care about you are going to care about what you create.
And that's really important.
And they're going to buy from you.
They're gonna become your clients.
People do business with people that they care about.
Yeah. Well, and LinkedIn is B2B.
Yep.
So you're already doing that whether or not you really realize it. So that's our take on YouTube versus LinkedIn. Let us know in the thoughts below what you guys think about YouTube versus LinkedIn. Where a lot of people that I think are going to be watching this video are going to see LinkedIn as that business professional platform. But we're trying to bridge that gap because it's not. With LinkedIn video coming along and being really 6 months from now probably one of the most prominent video platforms on the internet, we're trying to help bridge that gap so that you guys don't feel so scared and can really enhance yourselves and produce great content on LinkedIn. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.